What is happening? Welcome to another pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, and today we're going to talk about Wade Miley because he had 21 whiffs yesterday, matching a career best as he went against the Cubs. And I could have gone with an inning where he just struck out the side. I'm like, oh man, Wade Miley strikes out lots of guys, but he doesn't really. Actually, that's not really his MO. His MO is getting outs on an amazing cutter and a changeup. So we're going to watch this sixth inning where, yeah, he does get a strikeout, but he actually gets into a little bit of trouble. It's a little bit more of the Wade Miley experience, and I want that to be a good representation of who he is. So let's watch the crafty lefty for the Reds, maybe one of the more underrated pitchers in baseball right now, considering how good of a season he is having. So let's dive into this. So first pitch there, and it looks like it's a terrible camera angle once again. What do you know? You know, standard procedure. So with Wade Miley, I imagine that is a first pitch changeup. You can kind of see it come down a little. It could be the cutter. I think it's got too much of a drop to it for it to be that cutter. I'm just verifying everything right now. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so that is the changeup at 82. Terrible camera angle. He's trying to get that down and away. He doesn't get it. That's fine. He's probably going to try it again. As he does, and that's a much better one. That is what Wade Miley does really well. For the most part, he stays away. This is kind of a weird one. That will say it did look like it was going inside. That's probably why Wilson Contreras didn't swing at it. Came back over. This is one that starts like it's middle and comes back over. Watch that one more time. Down, and it's just so hard to say no to that because that is also a strike all the way through. It looks so meaty. And yep, just missed that. So now at 0-2, you can do a couple things. You can probably elevate if you want. You can probably even play off of it more and see how far Contreras will go swinging at it. You can do a cutter inside because he's looking away now. And you can maybe surprise him with a fastball over here. You can even throw a big breaking ball and see if you can pull that off. He decides to go with another changeup, and that's pretty good, honestly. This is exactly the kind of swing you want. Good job on Contreras getting something on it. Look at the umpire. Oof. He's ready. He's on this. That's a foul ball. So he's going to, I mean, honestly, you could do a couple things here. You can do a cutter, a backdoor one if you want. It's not really what Miley does. He just stays on changeups away and cutters inside and really exclusively stays on those locations. But you can maybe even pepper a fastball right here and get him frozen because once he sees this, he thinks it might fall off and it won't. Oh, looks like he did try to do the backdoor cutter. Oh, look at that. And he totally missed it. But that's supposed to be one that starts away and comes back in. I love that approach because essentially it's, you know, the X Games that David Cohn has talked about, where you have a pitch that starts down and away and then comes off of it, and then you have one that's off the plate and comes back to it, and as you make an X on this outside quadrant of the plate down and away. So that's actually what Miley was trying to do here and really get cute. But that's not really what he does constantly. So I'm not surprised that he couldn't pull it off. And there he went, goes with a high heater, tries to get it up and in. And it goes up and away. Excuse me. I have this annoying cough right now. But there you go. There you see a four-seamer at 90 miles per hour up. First time Contreras has seen heat the entire at bat. Changeup, cutter, and then four-seamer. And it's just so hard to say no to this pitch because you haven't seen the speed and you don't know if this is going to be a strike or not, and you're just not ready for it. Really good pitch there from Wade Miley. Not in the zone, but you don't have to be with a four-seamer. So here we go. We see another righty, and this is what I think we really have to understand with Wade Miley. Just like we saw with Brady Singer the other day of going sinkers inside, you can do the same thing with cutters, right? Essentially, you want pitches that start on the inside corner and then go further inside. And I think that's what we're going to see here from Miley, as he does with a cutter. And this is, you say, oh, this is an easy take. What's wrong? That's not a good first pitch. Sure, you want to be a little bit closer. You still want to be off the plate because Schwindel would swing at that and foul it off. Really close also. That looked like a strike for a while. You can probably do it again. Just get a little closer. There you go. And this works. This gets inside. This is so hard to figure out how to get the barrel on it. You don't know how much it's going to drop. You don't know how far it's going to come into the handle of the bat. And this is a really, really good pitch. Like, that's how you get out. It's not, this pitch isn't located, isn't here. It isn't here. It isn't down here. This is up and in, coming in on the handle. Gets an out. Love it. I mean, that's Wade Miley, one, you know, in a nutshell, is that inside cutter getting it out to a right-hander. So honestly, I mean, I see another one here in Ian Happ. I would try and do the same thing. You just executed it. No, he tries to go the changeup approach that he did with Wilson Contreras. I love Boog. There's another changeup, does not get the swing, and Happ is being patient. So if you're Miley, you kind of feel like, okay, I need to throw a good strike at this point. I'd probably try and do that inside cutter. But no, he goes to the changeup a third time. Oh, I kind of dig that. That's 3 straight pitches of changeups. Misses in the first 2. And he's like, nah, it's all right. I'll figure this out. We talked about having guts with Max Scherzer yesterday, and that's the same idea of you miss twice in a bat with 1 pitch, yet you're still going to go to it. That's really, really cool. So they're going to stay away here, which I don't know if I agree with because, I mean, yes, that likely is the game plan with how far away Happ is here. So there's an idea. My college coach, I'm going to try and put this the right way. In college, you don't have scouting reports in D3 or whatever. So what you have to do is you have to read batters from what they give you at the plate. My college coach, Pete Varney, told me something that surprised me at first, but then made a lot of sense. Where the batter sits inside the box can actually tell you a lot of things. If he is close to the plate, what he's trying to do is turn every pitch into an inside pitch, which then means that he's better on inside pitches, even though he's really close to the plate. And he's bad at outside because he's trying to turn what he's good at inside into outside, right? He's trying to make outside pitches become more inside. Likewise, when you're far away from the plate, you think, oh, this outside corner is mine. But actually what the batter is doing is saying, I'm good at outside pitches. I have trouble hitting inside, so I'm trying to move off the plate to make my inside pitches look more like outside pitches. So the approach right now of focusing Ian Happ away, to me, I mean, I don't have all the data. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that there is a massive scouting report saying exactly how they're doing it right now. What do I know? I think it's a very helpful thing for in the future if you are pitching and this is how you see guys inside the box. Those are very telling characteristics of a guy inside the batter's box to help you know how to pitch them. So they all right, so this is a really good changeup again. He really wants to swing at that outside pitch. He gets a changeup off the edge. Excellent pitch from Miley. And, oh, that's going to be a base hit. Ugh, that's not an error. That's just too tough of a play. And, you know, it's baseball sometimes, you know? Okay, so here's the thing. So this is actually similar to the pitch that Schwindel received. And this time, Wisdom took advantage of it. Man on first, 2 outs. I think he was up there being aggressive. Honestly, sometimes this works. I mean, maybe this is a little too far over the play, but this is pretty much similar to Wisdom's. And this one, you can see Miley is upset, but it's off the wall. You're okay. And what's really lucky here for Miley, this is a 2-1 ball game. I know you guys can't see the score bug. This is a 2-1 ball game in the 6th inning. And the fact that this got trapped in the ivy means it's just second and third, 2 outs. So now Miley, you've been given another life here. And just so we're clear, this is normally an out. Did not work that time. Ideally, I guess you want to be closer to the edge, but generally that does work. I'm not going to give negative points there to Miley for that pitch. So now 0-0. You just threw a cutter inside that didn't work. I would imagine you go with the bread and butter, the changeup away. As he did, and he gets a foul ball, first pitch. Love it. Free strike. So now 0-1, you just saw that he's willing to swing at that. Like, yeah, okay, throw another one. I threw that one in the dirt. Not very good. 1-1, do it again. Why not? So this is actually a fastball. This isn't a cutter. This one's at 91. Not where you want to be for the fastball. If this were a cutter, this would be okay because it'd be a lot more tempting because it would be starting on the plate. But this one doesn't really look like a strike. Again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think it's really, really important. Right-handers throwing to lefties or lefties throwing to right-handers, especially with a guy like Miley that has a little bit of a lower arm angle. Actually, he doesn't. I apologize. I take that back. But from where he's pitching, he is on the left side, right? So you see his foot. It's on the first base side of the rubber. When he releases this, he is essentially inside the other batter's box. So if this pitch ends inside, which it does, it's crossing over the plate the entire way through. So that makes it really hard for a batter to tell, is this going to be a strike? When it gets to me finally, is it going to be off the plate or over the plate? And it's way different than a right-hander where it starts over the plate and ends over the plate. It means for me that when I see a lefty go up and in to a righty consistently, it's the hardest skill, I think, for lefties against righties, and conversely, righties against lefties as well. And if you can do that consistently, ooh, you've got a gorgeous ability there. So 2-1, looks like they're going to go back to this. Oh, man, that's the pitch, Duffy. I mean, look, Miley does throw a changeup a ton. He throws a cutter a ton. Doesn't really go to four-seamers, so I understand why Duffy didn't take this, swing this pitch down the middle. It's also a 93, which is a little bit harder than what you normally see from Miley, which is like 90, 91. You can see he's upset, but it's like kind of, you can't predict that at 2-1. Like you think Miley's gonna be more passive. Oh, that's a great pitch. Ah, that's such a good pitch, and really, really good job of Miley fouling that one off. So you can play off that. You can throw a cutter inside that would eat him up inside. Thinking that's that four-seamer again. You can also play a changeup down and away. They want that changeup down and away, and once again, you see an easy tapper. And that's it. That's the Wade Miley experience. Through all of those at-bats, guess how many pitches were actually down the middle of the plate? 1. And it was the time that he could get away with it, which is a 2-1 fastball where Duffy was not anticipating a heater. I know you think 93 down the middle, 2-1. That's exactly the time you don't want to throw down the middle fastball, but no. It worked because that's just not what Miley typically does. But you guys saw this entire inning of just playing off of the edges. Cutters inside, changeups down and away. So many bad swings at changeups down and away from righties as a lefty. That's what Wade Miley does. That's why he has such a great ERA, and that's why he's one of the more underrated pitchers in baseball right now. If you're looking for Kyle Hendricks this year, you found it. It's Wade Miley. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video breakdown. As always, subscribe to this channel. Hit the button or the bell that you can get notified when these videos go live. I do them, of course, every Monday through Friday. And yeah, they help you hopefully understand what's going on behind the curtain with all these amazing pitchers in the majors. All right, that's going to do it for today. So as always, may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high.